Welcome back to FDVN channel, where we share current legal issues, provide legal English lessons, and connect to build our English skills in the legal field. Today, we continue with the vocabulary lesson, which is the vocabulary of environmental law. First, please follow some of the relevant context using the vocabulary of environmental law. Environmental law is a body of the Vietnamese legal system, which encompasses the whole of legal norms expressed in the form of treaties, conventions, and regulations aimed at adjusting the interaction of humans and the natural environment to minimize the negative impacts of human activities. Environmental law is divided into two main areas: 1. Pollution control and remediation, 2. The conservation and management of natural resources. The environment is a broad term because it is made up of many natural and artificial elements. Therefore, environmental law in the Vietnamese legal system does not exist. However, environmental law does exist in more specific instances such as environmental protection, land law, and the law on water resources. Each document has specific subjects and methods of adjustment. The environment is a matter of growing importance in the 21st century. This is the result of an overemphasis on the nation's economic development and disregard for the conservation and sustainability of ecosystems, causing a widespread environment by exploiting natural resources. Also, cases of extreme weather become more frequent and exacerbate greenhouse gas emissions such as CO2, SO2, NO, CFC. Each is a significant factor that causes negative impacts on the ozone layer. Furthermore, the deterioration of surface water quality in groundwater impacts the habitat of aquatic organisms, which in turn affects the balance of ecosystems. Typically, the decline in the number and quality of the habitats leads to the increase and expedience of species extinction. The task of this law is to unify human behavior concerning the environment through regulations that permit or prohibit particular human behavior. Also, by providing solutions to address environmental problems by preventing causes of pollution, promptly detecting and strictly dealing with wrongdoers, as well as the conservation of biodiversity in natural resources. Next, we have listed the vocabulary in different forms. Remember to note down this vocabulary. The vocabulary in verb form: address, tackle, deal with environmental problems, conserve/preserve, to keep and protect something from damage, change, or waste; exploit, to use something in a way that helps you; neglect, to not give enough care or attention to people or things that are your responsibility; overabuse, means excessive or repeated abuse; pollute, to make an area or substance, usually air, water, or soil, dirty or harmful to people, animals, and plants, especially by adding harmful chemicals. The vocabulary in noun form: whether phenomena, wrongdoings, a bad or an illegal action, untreated toxic gases, sustainable development. Soil erosion, the process of soil being gradually damaged and removed by the waves, rain, or wind, or the result of this process. Ozone layer, a layer of air containing ozone high above the earth that prevents harmful ultraviolet light from the sun from reaching the earth. Overemphasis, the act of giving something too much importance or attention. Emission/gas exhaust, the act of sending out gas, heat, light, etc. Environmental component, environmental pollution, extinction, a situation in which something no longer exists. Forest fire, greenhouse gas emissions. Greenhouse effect, groundwater, water that collects below the surface of the earth. Deforestation, the cutting down of trees in a large area, or the destruction of forests by people. Deterioration, the fact or process of becoming worse. Ecosystem, all the living things in an area and the way they affect each other and the environment. Biodiversity, the number and types of plants and animals that exist in a particular area or in the world generally, or the problem of protecting this and that's the vocabulary we would want to provide for training your legal English skills. Now, let's practice the vocabulary we have learned through exercises. Exercise 1. Connecting words in column A to its proper meaning in column B. You now have 1 minute. Here's the answer: pollution, the presence in or introduction into the environment of a substance or thing that has harmful or poisonous effects. Ecosystems, a biological community of interacting organisms and their physical environment. Exploitation, the action of making use of and benefiting from resources. Emission, the production and discharge of something, especially gas or radiation. Neglect. Ion, the state or fact of being uncared for. Minimize, reduce something, especially something unwanted or unpleasant, to the smallest possible amount or degree. Lease, a contract by which one party conveys land, property, services, etc., to another for a specified time. Biodiversity, the variety of life in the world or a particular habitat or ecosystem. Exercise 2, multiple choices. Answer the following multiple choice questions by selecting the correct response. Only one response is correct. 1. What is the main factor causing environmental pollution? A. People putting pollutants into the environment. B. Excessively exploit natural resources. C. Extreme weather phenomena cause negative consequences for the environment. D. All are correct. You now have 10 seconds. The answer is D. All are correct. 2. The habitat of humanity is severely damaged, forcing us to quickly find a solution to solve this problem. What phrase could replace the position of the underlined phrase in the question that has the same meaning? A. Put up with environmental problems. B. Face to face with environmental problems. C. Cope with environmental problems. D. Respect to environmental problems. You now have 10 seconds. The answer is B. Face to face with environmental problems. 3. Is a term used to refer to the phenomenon of seawater warming, which causes a series of extreme weather phenomena. Earthquake. B. Greenhouse effect. C. Typhoon. D. El Nino. You now have 10 seconds. The answer is D. El Nino. Exercise 3, crossword. The hints for each crossword are shown on the right, using those hints for completing the exercise. Or you could guess the vertical one with keywords: a violent disturbance of the atmosphere with strong winds and usually rain, thunder, lightning, or snow. You now have 2 minutes. the answers are 1. Smog, fog or haze combined with smoke and other atmospheric pollutants. 2. Pollute, contaminate, water, air, or a place, with harmful or poisonous substances. 3. Atmosphere, the envelope of gases surrounding the Earth or another planet. 4. Scarcity, a state or situation in which something needed cannot be obtained in sufficient amounts. 5. Damage, physical harm caused to something in such a way as to impair its value, usefulness, or normal function. 6. Soil. 6. The upper layer of earth in which plants grow. A black or dark brown material typically consisting of a mixture of organic remains, clay, and rock particles. The vertical crossword is storms. And that is the end of the lesson today. If you have any further question, please comment below this video or send your consideration to our email. Remember to subscribe, like and share this video if you find it helpful. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.